Hello viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my chapter called the Boruto Review. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to venture hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult language. So anyway, before I begin, I like to say I'm sorry about the noise in the background. My roommate has a couple of friends over. It's kind of raining outside, so basically, this is the only time I can do this podcast. So basically, I'm sorry for the noise in the background. If you're wondering what the noise in the background, that's just my roommate and a couple of our friends. A couple of his friends are over, so basically they're gonna try to do their best to keep their voices down. So basically, I'm sorry about that. This is the only time I can do this podcast. So anyway, just to let you guys know about the noise in the background. That's just a couple of my roommate's friends. It's the only time I can do this podcast. So anyway, just to let you guys know. Anyway. Let's get into the latest episode of Boruto, episode 110. So basically, this episode starts off. We see Tatsumi, the girl that Akashi Sensei, that Akashi and Gar let them travel with them on the hot spring, chasing along with Marie. Now, Marie and Tatsumi were in the hot spring. Now, Tatsumi told Marie that the reason why she came to the land of the steam in the first place, we came to land the sea in the first place looking for a hot spring that allows people to talk to the dead. So basically, she wants to use this hot spring and to talk to her dead mother. Now, if I'm pronouncing Tetsumi's name wrong, please forgive me. So basically, Tetsumi offered Marie to come with her. That way, she can use the hot spring to talk to her father. So basically, Marie just got the hot spring, got dressed, and just left Tatsumi in the hot spring by herself. So basically, Marie was speaking to herself that the only thing that's on her mind right now is to make sure that Guy and the Katsujinse are safe during their hot spring tour vacation. But at the same time, she was wondering that if this hot spring does exist, she can if she could finally talk to her father and meet him face to face. So basically, we went back to the hot spring and told Tatsumi that I will help you find the hot spring. But she made it clear that long we're back here, long we come back here to before morning. So basically, we made it clear that long as we come back here before morning. So anyway, basically Tatsumi had a map that she had a map that based off the information where this hot spring was. So basically, using the map that she made, there was on her way to the on the way to the special hot spring that allows people to talk to the dead. So anyway, they took a break after a few minutes. After a few minutes, they took a break, and Tatsumi told Marie that the reason why she wanted to talk to her mother in the first place because before Tatsumi's mom died, Tatsumi and her mother got into an argument. So basically, Tatsumi was arguing with her mother about Tatsumi wanted to travel. So basically, when her mother died, she never felt she wanted to say sorry for about the argument. So basically, that's the reason why Tatsumi wants to use the hot spring to talk to her mother in the first place, because she wanted to say sorry about the whole argument before Tatsumi mom died. So anyway, after a couple of obstacles, after a couple of obstacles, they got to a fork in the road. So basically, Tatsumi's map didn't. So basically, Tatsumi didn't. So basically, Tatsumi, when they got to the fork road, Tatsumi said that one of these roads could lead to the hot spring, but she doesn't know which one. A woman out of nowhere comes out of nowhere and tells them that, asks them, "Are you looking for the hot spring?" Like, yes. So the woman shows them the way to a hot spring. So the way to the hot spring that was behind this waterfall in a cave somewhere. So basically, the lady showed Murray and Tatsumi the way. So basically, the lady said, "You will find the hot spring behind the waterfall inside that cave." So basically, Tatsumi and Marie went inside the cave and they got to this big chamber where a bunch of girls and two guys were standing around. Turns out the guys were guides, were special guides that they job to lead these groups. So basically, it turns out the two guys were special guys who were waiting for more people, at least 20 people, to lead them to the hot spring. So basically, Tatsumi showed up. She was like, the group had enough people, and the two male guides led them to another chamber where the hot spring was. And so basically, the hot spring is in this chamber was a guy named Lord Yu. In the middle of the chamber was this shadow puddle of hot spring water. So basically, turns out that Lord Yu says, "Oh, I have." So basically, turns out that Yoru has affected the reanimation jutsu. So basically, that is a forbidden jutsu that brings back the dead. So basically, Yoru says, "I perfected the reanimation jutsu." So basically, my version of the my version of the reanimation jutsu is I use the hot springs as a bridge between the dead, between the bridge between the world of the living and the world of the dead. That way, people can talk. That allows you guys to talk to your loved ones. So basically, Marie was kind of suspicious about Lord Yu's thing, about the whole reanimation jutsu used this type of way. But after a girl volunteered to try out Lord Yu's reanimation jutsu, she went into a fog in the middle of the shallow hot spring water where she was talking to her loved one. So basically, a lot of people were convinced that that Lord Yu's reanimation jutsu worked. So basically, Tatsumi tried, went next, and when she got into the middle of the shallow hot spring water and tried to mix, she saw her mother, and she was convinced that that she was talking to her mother. So basically, even though we were still kind of big, Lord, you said so asked her who do you want to talk to? So basically, I want to talk to my father, Asuma Sensei. So talk to my father, Asuma. So basically, Lord, you said, go ahead. So basically, Marie went in the middle of the shallow hot spring water, and inside the mist, where she saw her father inside the mist. But I believe that Lord Yi was probably using some type of genjutsu that is coming off his ring to trick the people. So basically, that's what I believe is happening. So basically, inside the mist, we staring at her father inside the mist, and she was speechless. Even though I believe that Lord Yu is just in some type of genjutsu, that's making Marie wondering, making Marie think she's talking to that she's looking at her father right now in the mist. So basically, this is how the episode ended when Marie in the middle of the hot spring water inside the mist, staring at her father, all shocked and stuff. So basically, this is how the episode ended. So basically, this episode was kind of like, whoa. So basically, this episode was good. So basically, even though it's quite obvious that Lord Yu is probably using some type of genjutsu that's probably for his ring to trick Marie and Tatsumi and everybody else who wants to talk to the dead relatives and whatnot. But otherwise, this episode was a pretty good episode. It was a very good emotional episode because Marie always wanted to meet her father, but she never got the chance to meet her father, because Asuma died before she was born. So basically, this was a good emotional episode. So anyway, but I wish they didn't make the whole plot very obvious for this episode. So anyway. Otherwise, this episode was not a bad episode. This episode was a good episode. So anyway, like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it okay? Or was it just not? Please let me know with the comments of this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Cynthia Michael from Screw You Review. Signing off. 1.